Today I want to introduce you all to Marvel United Megaverse. So this is a fan-made, not variant certainly, but a fan-made campaign that's posted here on BGG. It is free to download. There is a donate page which I highly recommend you contribute to, but Dominique Furland here has created this huge map, which I'm showing you here zoomed out because it's so big. This is the only way to look at it. I'm going to show you it up close here in just a second, but it basically has every character that has been created for Marvel United. They recently, last year, updated it for Multiverse. So it used to be just this blue interior portion here that contained everything for Avengers and X-Men, and everything that the multiverse added has been added to the outside here. So the map grew exponentially. So if you scroll down here, I'll put a link to this BGG page. You can download the Megaverse. This is going to give you everything from the rule books to the printouts. You have, low res versions, black and white versions, or you can just keep it on your desktop, which is what I do, and edit it in, just some kind of photo editor. So this is the Google Drive that it'll bring you to. There's nested here. Here you can see the bigger one where the rule book's in one, but we're just going to go directly to here. So I would advise that you download this in some way, shape, or form again, so you can manipulate it however you want. But we're going to start a campaign here on the channel, and we're going to start. There's 3 places you can start now. You can start here with the X-Men. You can start with the Avengers, or now that the multiverse has been added, you could start way down here with the multiverse characters. But I'm an X-Men man personally, so we're going to start right here with the X-Men. So if we zoom in here, you can see that there are all these paths, and they deliberately made the X part of the path. So since you're starting here, you have access to 4 characters: Beast, Jean Grey, Cyclops, and Iceman. They don't have anything blocking them. And so we can play with all 4 of these. We can play with 2. We can play with 3 of them. And so I'm going to play with 3. I'm going to choose Beast. I'm going to choose Jean Grey, and I'm going to choose Cyclops. Now we have a few villains that we can choose from that are also not blocked off. For example, Omega Red. I can draw a unbroken line. There's nothing blocking it up here to Omega Red. I can also draw an unbroken line up here to Magneto. And I could even come over here, include Wolverine, since there's nothing blocking him here, but I'd have to fight Sabertooth. Well, I'm going to keep it a little easy at first, and so we're going to take on Juggernaut. You can see here that I can draw a line. Nothing's blocking Juggernaut here, so we're good to go. Everything, all these little symbols here mean stuff. So this is how you kind of progress through the campaign, and don't just pick random stuff. You'll see here this says first win with Beast. All right, so if I win a game with Beast the first time, I'm going to gain this little key symbol. For Jean, it's going to be this little brain symbol, and for Cyclops, it's also going to be a key. You'll also notice that Juggernaut here, once we defeat Juggernaut, we can X through his little circle here. We'll gain 4 points if we're wanting to keep score, and then we'll also gain 2 keys. Okay? We'll use those symbols, for example, to unlock Dazzler or maybe Storm. See how this path here has, you're trying to move along it, and this symbol is in the way? So yellow is what you gain. The grayed out symbols that block the path are what you have to pay to then unlock that person. So if you want to add Jubilee to your roster or Forge to your roster. Now that we've started with Beast, Jean Grey, and technically Iceman, these 4 are on my roster. But the trick is that when I play with these 3 will become exhausted, and it'll take 2 rounds for them to become refreshed and available again. So I'm going to have to unlock, at least somebody else to run with Iceman here. And we'll decide that after our campaign. But that's basically how it goes. See here, you can see to unlock Professor X, you're going to have a lot of brain symbols. One just to get to this branch in the path, but then 3 more just to unlock Professor X. As you move along the way, you're going to be unlocking keys, though, which will help you unlock other people and expand your roster. The idea is to play through this giant map, um, again, at your leisure, unlocking people and taking on villains, checking off those villains, earning more symbols, which unlocks more people, more villains. Eventually, you're going to get to the edges of this inner blue map here, and you're going to need to, you'll be unlocking stars, which enables you to, like, say, pop down here. See, pop down here and enter the multiverse. So my computer's taking a minute to focus, but a star would allow you to come down here, start here, and branch off from here, or pop down here and pick up one of these heroes and start this branch. So you'll notice that the multiverse is separated, which is kind of the point. There are all these different versions of the Marvel Universe out there, but they're all separate, so they don't connect. It's very thematic in that way. Also, these portal rings give you the ability to bring a hero from up here in the Avengers Marvel universe, the kind of standard universe, and bring them down and make them playable in the multiverse. So that's what these little portal rings are for. As we get, you'll see, like, for example, you notice here, Thanos requires you to obtain all of the gems before you can fight him. And you're going to get those by, here, like Red Skull's on here twice. But if you get over here and defeat Red Skull, you're going to gain this, the blue gem. And so you can cross that off. Kang here is going to give you the ability to, oh no, those are different ones. Ronan, the Accuser, is going to give you the purple gem. So anyways, lots of fun stuff here. If you are someone like me who has all the content for Marvel United, it's a very fun campaign to get into. So again, we're going to start here. And so we're going to step away from the PC. We're going to go down to the table. We're going to play a quick game against Juggernaut, and then we'll come back and we'll show you how you can progress. All right, we are all set up and ready to go here. Again, we're playing as Beast, Cyclops, and Jean Grey, who are part of the starting 4 X-Men that you can start with, and Juggernaut is one of the few guys you can go up against. So we're going to start unlocking stuff here, hopefully with a win. I didn't want to jump right to Magneto or anything like that, so we're going to try and start simple here and get things going with the Megaverse campaign. So if you are not familiar with the game, I'll kind of describe it as we go here, but it should be pretty straightforward. All right, Juggernaut's going to move 3 counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3. Bam's right in our space. Doesn't matter though, because he's going to deal 1 damage to anybody he moves through too. So bam means that we're each going to have to, I'm going to have to discard a card for each of them. I play 3-handed. I don't play the solo mode where you play with 3 individual characters. I like playing 3-handed. So it's going to take me a second here, but then he's going to put out some people. He wants to put out lots of thugs. So he's already filled up this location, but no overflow effect. And he puts 1 here and 1 here. All right. And just let me real quick go through and decide what we want to do for each character. Each character is going to have to put a card back. Now, you have, if you're not familiar with the game, you have a certain number of cards in your deck. If your deck runs out of cards, you are exhausted and can no longer continue. But if you get hit, you have to take a card out of your hand and place it at the bottom of your deck. So you haven't lost it for good, but your hand size is reduced. And if you're knocked out, bad things happen. So, all right, but we're going to go ahead and get started here with Cyclops. And oh, I just realized when taking damage, heroes in this location take 1 extra damage. I placed my heroes there because it's the X-Jet, and I figured they should just always start there. I didn't, and then I put this card out. So they actually have to each take an additional hit here, which is going to suck. So right off the bat, we are not doing so good. All right. Yeah, I feel like I want that in my hand a little bit long. Okay. Okay, now we're ready. All right. So Cyclops here, he's going to get optic blasts. He's going to get to do a punch in both adjacent locations, which will be helpful, and then punch in his spot. So with these punches, if you're not familiar, I can take out thugs. I cannot hit Juggernaut yet until I have taken out two of these missions. So one of them is to fill up with defeat 9 thugs. One is to rescue 9 civilians, and the other one is to complete 4 of the little missions here. So we're off to a good start with thugs. Beast is up next. It's probably best to spread out and spread off of this location. So yeah, I think we're just gonna go ahead and move and punch some more. Yeah, so he's gonna get to use now, again, if you're not familiar, he gets to use the bottom symbols of the card played before him. So this is a big teamwork game, plus the cards symbols he's giving himself, and then Jean Grey is going to get to use those symbols as well. So let's say I've got 2 punches here, so I'm going to spend 1 here and 1 here, and that was my movement you saw. The green arrow is the movement. Now I don't want to speed through this one too quickly because then he would get to start activating after every 2 cards. Right now he activates after every 3 cards. Okay, yeah, I don't want that one yet. So this is a good one for Jean. She's going to get lots of movement, but again, it's going to allow us to spread out. And so she's going to get 2 movements, a punch, and a star. So yeah, we're going to go up here. We'll get another punch. We'll slow down on the thugs now. We moved twice, and a star, you can either rescue a civilian or, I laid some of these out, you can see we need stars to start completing these. So there we go. All right, we've played 3 cards, so Juggernaut is going to get to go again. He's moving 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, it is deal 1 damage to each hero in locations Juggernaut left, entered, or moved through this turn. So he's going to knock some people out already because he left Cyclops' space, passed through Jean's space. So Cyclops is knocked out. So we'll tip him over. Technically, nothing else can affect him. Jean Grey is knocked out. So she'll be fine. That means when a hero is KO'd, Juggernaut doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, draw another Master Plan card and place it face down, which 2 heroes just got knocked out. Not a great start, ladies and gentlemen, but there we go. All right. Already, I'm way off the little tags they put in the neoprene. Okay. He moved 4, he BAM'd, we did that, and now he's putting out some more thugs. So he's very, very thug heavy. 2 in his spot, and 1 here, and 1 here. All right. Back to us now. So Cyclops gets to stand up. I actually get to draw 4 cards when I pick myself up from being KO'd, so that's a good spot. Give 1 token from the pool to another hero. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. So I'm still looking backwards to Jean's cards. So I'm going to play this one. It's a leadership card. It's going to allow me to give a wild token. I'm going to give it to Jean. I got to find one here. There we go. So here's my wild token. We'll give it over here to Jean. And then he's going to get a movement and 2 wild here. So I think what we're going to do is move here and put our 2 stars here to try and help Beast out. All right, Beast's turn. Beast is not knocked down. Regenerating factor. You may draw cards until you have 3 in your hand. I think this is what we need to do, even though it's a punch, which I don't really need the punch right now, but this is going to help. So I'll play this up there.
I'm going to get a punch. So I'm going to move. I'm going to play my star first, which will clear this. Good. One thing down. And let's put this over here. End of turn. It's not my end of turn yet. Then I'll move. Then I'll punch here so that this place clears up a little bit. Oops. That shouldn't have gone there. That needs to go here. Move, punch, and did that. But now I get to draw 2 more cards, so I'm back to 3. So he's healthy. All right, now Jean gets to stand back up, draw 4 cards. And let's see what she's got. Split as you like. And your and adjacent locations. Yeah, I don't really want the punches right now, so we're going to play lots of stars because I want to get rid of these, start clearing some of these missions out. Oh, and I cleared this one. So this goes here. There we go. All right. So we're going to play double stars here. She's already got 2 there, so we'll clear this out real quickly. She's got a move and a punch now, but let's see. You may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to gain 2 punch tokens if I stay here. But it's probably better to move and punch over here. So I really kind of want to stop punching right now. All right. Juggernaut's going to get to go. He is unstoppable. Move clockwise to the next location with the most heroes. So we're all spread out. So that's good. I did remember that about him, that you don't want to all be grouped together. So we're going to hit Jean. It's not a BAM, so we don't do the left and entered and went through. Unstoppable charge. Deal 1 damage to each hero in Juggernaut's location. So that's just Jean. So Jean's going to have to give up something here. We'll give up this one. Save that one for later. And then he's going to finally put out some civilians. Not in his location, though. So there we go. And we have overflow effect. So that means we take another Juggernaut card and put this down. If we run out of this deck, just like if we run out of our own cards, we lose. So if at any time a deck runs out, we have lost, basically. So no good. No goods for us. All right. Whew. Okay. And I keep forgetting to take these little tokens off, so I'm halfway there. All right. Back to Cyclops. Let's see what Cyclops can do. He's getting 2 stars from Jean, so he really could use a movement here. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to play a move. It's a very simple card from him, but it's going to allow us to come here, move, and play our 2 stars down from Jean onto these spots here. There we go. Then we're moving on to Beast. Beast, he's starting his turn there. He can't use special effects, so his regen card is useless, but that's fine. I just want 1 star. I don't have it in my hand except for the regen card, so we'll play our double wild, which is fine. It's fine that it came out. So I have a movement. If I end my turn back here, I may discard 1 card from my hand to the bottom of the deck to swap a card from your hand with one of the face-up cards in the storyline. So I could use Regenerating Factor and get that back. I think I like that. That's a pretty good card. Keeps me healthy. So let's spend 1 of our wilds here. Ba-boom. Clears this. Let's see what this one says. Another hero in this or an adjacent location may draw 1 card. That's actually not that bad. Or should I move and help Jean Grey? Yeah, I think it's time that we start doing this. So I did my 1 wild, I moved, I have a 2nd wild, so we'll just plop this down right here. There we go. All right. And then it's Jean Grey's turn. She wants 2 stars. In your and adjacent locations. So yeah, this one's not too bad. We can just start doing some stuff here. All right, so we're gonna play this. I can star and punch in mine and adjacent locations, and then I'm gonna be able to move. So I'm gonna use my star here, but I'm also gonna use my wild token to fill out that last star. So we have now completed 4 threat missions. So this card is done. We'll set that one off to the side because I like to keep those separate. All right, this means that the villain is going to activate after every 2 hero cards. We got our 3rd card out though. She can also punch in an adjacent location. So let's clean up this one just a little bit. All right, and so that clears this one. And so now we can officially start hitting him. We haven't rescued any civilians this game, but that's fine. There haven't been too many. You may deal 1 damage to a henchman in any location. So I can move if I want to now. I also have 2 wilds that I can do stuff with. So I could immediately start punching Juggernaut, and I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll punch Juggernaut twice. This is a great little turn from Jean Grey here. And I can either set myself up with some KO tokens, which I think might not be too bad of a deal. So I'm going to move here. I'm going to discard 1 card to the bottom of my deck. I'm going to discard this one because we really don't need the stars anymore. That's going to give me the opportunity, though, to take on 2 punch tokens, which hopefully I can use later to make the final blow on Juggernaut. All right, we are done. Juggernaut's now activating after every 2 cards, but he's also vulnerable. So let's see what he's got. 4 and bam. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to hit Beast and Cyclops. So let's look at Cyclops first. Cyclops has all these stars. We don't need the stars anymore. So we'll do that. And Beast has... Oh, wait. I was supposed to... No. I didn't end my turn there, so... Yeah, I changed my mind. We'll just get rid of one of these. Okay. All right, so we've taken our hits. Nobody got KO'd. We got to put 2 thugs down here and 1 in each adjacent location. So no overflow. All right, so he's got still a fair amount of cards left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if somebody gets KO'd, if there's an overflow, these are going to disappear really quickly. So let's get moving here. Cyclops, unfortunately, is pretty far away. He does have a card here that would help, but he needs some movement. This is not going to get it there. Punch in both adjacent locations and then punch in his spot, which it's a waste. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this, and that's going to allow us to give Beast at least the possibility to get there. So and this are an adjacent location. So I think I'm just going to stay here, to be honest with you. Maybe not. Yeah, and let Beast draw a card. No, I really want Jean to draw a card. So I'm going to use my 2 wilds to rescue these 2 civilians, because why not? And then I have a movement. So it depends on where do I want to end my movement. That's fine. We'll end here, because Beast is not going to stay put. And we'll clear this. Actually, he's probably not going to end up in that same spot, right? We'll clear that guy. Okay, fine. Beast's turn now. So Beast is getting double wilds. Okay, so he needs the movement. So yeah, we're going to play this one. So he needs 2 movement. Yeah, this is going to hurt him, but he needs 2 movement. And then he's got 2 punches for Juggernaut. Yeah. Okay, but I have a feeling he's going to take the 2 damage now and get KO'd. But that's fine. So 2 cards have gone by for us. He is moving 3. He's going the other direction now, which is good. 1, 2, 3. So he only hits Beast. But unfortunately, Beast has to discard his only 2 cards left. So he's KO'd, which actually might be a little helpful. Because what that means is that if Juggernaut runs over his space again, he's KO'd. He can't be affected. I don't redraw his cards until the next time he activates, which is going to be after another Juggernaut turn. But a hero was KO'd, so we have to put down here. So we really have 3 turns max. It's probably less than that. All right, we are on to Jean Grey, and Jean Grey is a little far away. She's got 1 movement from Beast, and she needs to go 2, so I think this is a no-brainer. We're going to put that card down. She's got 1 movement from Beast. She's got 1 wild. She's got 1 punch from Beast, and she's got 1 wild. And then you know what, ladies and gentlemen? We made that decision earlier to take these 2 punch tokens. We made ourselves vulnerable, but it paid off because we can now trade them in and take out the Juggernaut. Dun, dun, dun. So it did not even matter. The Beast is on his back in Genosha. We have taken out the Metalhead. And that's pretty good because I know for a fact that he's got at least 1 card, I think 2, which we're going to bring some of those cards back in that reduced his damage. Yeah, it's just 1. But here it is. Crimson Cosmo Armor. If an Avatar of Ceterac threat card has been cleared, put it back into one of the locations. And that basically means he takes 1 less damage each turn. He's harder to kill with that armor. All right, but that's it. So let's go back to the board and or the Megaverse map and see where we're going to go next.
We are successful against the Juggernaut. And you can see here now that I have brought in the map into, just Paint. Very simple photo editor that everybody should have on their PC. But works quite well for this. So we unlocked Beast, Jean Grey, and Cyclops. Technically, we also have Iceman on our roster. But we also earned these symbols here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Paint feature. Now, you can do this however you want. But this is what I found to work well with keeping track of this. So I'm just going to mark here. Well, let's change this color here. Let's do red. All right, so I've earned a brain, I've earned a key, and I've earned another key. So 2 keys and a brain. But also, if I come down here, I have defeated Juggernaut. So if I choose to add up my score, I'll add 4 points at the end. But I've also earned 2 more keys. So 4 keys and 1 brain. Now, my next mission, I could go up here to Magneto. I could go up here to Omega Red. I want to take out Sabertooth. So we're going to add Wolverine to our roster, but I need some more people. I don't really want to do Iceman and Wolverine. Thematically, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. But do you know who loves to run with Wolverine? Is Jubilee. So we're going to come up here to Jubilee, and we're going to X through this. Now, again, you could choose different colors, but to me, this is saying I have cleared this. I can now pass through here. I wish they had made it so that it was like obvious that it was closed off, and then I could have whited it out to make it clear. But for now, this I think works. So we're going to add Jubilee to our roster, and I guess you know, having access to these other things might be pretty good. I could come down here and get Storm maybe. Storm's got a Fantastic Four icon, so maybe I'll run her with Iceman. Um, anyways, so we're gonna have Wolverine, Jubilee, and we'll just go ahead and unlock Forge. So Forge and Jubilee have been added to my roster along with Wolverine. Remember, Beast, Jean Grey, and Cyclops, they are currently exhausted, so they need to wait 2 rounds before we can bring them back. And so now we're going to go and we're going to battle with Sabertooth. Again, you have to play against Sabertooth with Wolverine. They're linked together. I'm also going to get to start the battle with a token. I'm going to need to refresh myself on the rules of whether this is a team token or I need to assign this to one particular individual. But just note that it says start battle with, and then so on and so forth. There's other times where, you know, like Sauron here, challenge, you have to play with endangered locations. You also get to start the battle with 2 of those. So this campaign does change up sometimes some of the setup rules just a little bit to make things interesting. There's one other thing I want to point out, and I've been actually clicking on it here as I've been unlocking things. But this is a tracker. This is also in the Google Drive. So right now I just have it in Google Sheets, saved down a copy for myself. And it allows you to easily keep track of everything that's going on, especially your resources. So you'll notice here that I have unlocked Beast. This first column shows you that he is unlocked for the Avengers versus X-Men. I don't know why it's versus, but or Avengers with X-Men universe, but he has not been unlocked into the multiverse yet. He has not been gained access to a portal. To me, these two mean the same thing, but maybe I'm not misunderstanding how they're supposed to be used. He is exhausted, though, because I just used him. And as we scroll down here, same thing with Cyclops. I did not use Cyclops' visor. I could have. But then you'll see there's other people here like Cosmic Ghost Rider. I can start with Hellfire Chain, but I'm going to have to find his Hell Cycle somewhere and unlock it here. People like, where is he? Hawkeye. He's got like all sorts of equipment that has to be unlocked. But anyways, let's find Jubilee here. So I've unlocked Jubilee, but she's not exhausted because I haven't played with her yet. If for some reason I were to lose a match against someone, I would have to remove her, but there are ways to bring them back. There are heart icons that you can find throughout the Megaverse. Last but not least is this page here where I had updated this to 4. I changed it back to 2 as I unlocked my 2 characters, and I have 1 brain here with standing. This shows you all the symbols that you can earn. So it's just a very simple Excel spreadsheet, essentially, to keep track of everything. So, all right, let's go back to the table and play against Sabertooth.
All right, we are all set up for our match with Sabertooth. We obviously have Wolverine here because he was required, and we decided to bring in Jubilee and Forge into the mix. So Sabertooth's special rules involve this hunted token. So we're giving this to Wolverine. He's the first player. That tends to mitigate it. Pretty much Wolverine was kind of designed to fight against Sabertooth because Sabertooth can do extra damage to the hunted hero, but Wolverine has his regen factors. So other than that, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start with Sabertooth. Hunter senses move to the location with the hunted hero. Okay, well, not the best card to start with. So he's just going to pounce right over here because we're all together. Since he pounced here, he's going to discard all of these guys. So we're not going to be able to rescue them. And then it says deal 1 damage to 1 hero in both adjacent locations. Luckily, we're neither in those, so that's okay. Bam is going to trigger those. He's going to deal 2 damage to 1 hero in Sabertooth's location. This must be the hunted hero if they are in that location. So Wolverine is going to have to give up 2 cards right off the bat. We'll keep his starting card because that's his healing card. And yeah, we're going to be putting out 2 henchmen here And we've already got an overflow. So not a great start with Sabertooth here. He is definitely kicking our butts. So we have an overflow effect. Overflow effect says deal 1 damage to the hunted hero. So right off the bat, Wolverine, unfortunately, is knocked out, and he's going to lose his... So yeah, this is like the worst start to a game we could possibly imagine. KO'd means that when the hunted hero is KO'd before activating BAM, give the hunted token to the next player in turn order. So Forge is now hunted. When a hero without the hunted token is KO'd, draw another Master Plan card and add it face down to the storyline without the hunted. So we're going to activate BAM. He's going to deal 2 damage to somebody in... I guess we'll do Jubilee here. Yeah, we'll do Jubilee because Forge has got the hunted token. No, it's got to be Forge. Sorry. It has to be Forge because Forge has the hunted token now. So let's see what we want to get rid of for Forge. Literally is like the worst possible first turn I could think of for Sabertooth. All right, I'm pretty sure he's done now. So I've lost my regen card, and Wolverine's going to draw 4 cards out. He's going to stand himself back up, and we're going to see if we cannot do some stuff here. So let's get a good start. I'm tired of fooling around. I'm no longer hunted, so I can move. I need a movement, though. So, yeah, let's just... We're going to play this one. Not the best to start off with because I'm only giving Forge a movement, but I'll be able to boof these thugs and keep that area clean. All right. So Forge's turn. He's not knocked over yet. I think we're just going to play this one here. He is the hunted, so he does not want to end up there. And he doesn't want to end up here, so his movement is kind of wasted. Yeah. That's a bummer. I really should have thought about that, but it's fine. He's got 1 punch, so we'll use that here, and he's got 1 star ability, and so he'll use that here. All right. And then Jubilee, she is full and healthy. So yeah, she's gonna move here because she's not hunted. So she can, here's her explosive light blast. She's gonna move over here to the Weapon X facility. She's gonna spend her 1 that she got from Forge here. And then she can do 3 different targets in your location. So 1, 2, 3, and she's getting 1 from Forge. So she cleared out the Weapons X facility just like that. Now, very similar to our last game, we have jumped too quickly ahead. So we're going to have to slow things down on the thugs. I also have this. I forgot to look up the rules, honestly, on this. So I'm just going to keep it and say that I can spend it by any hero whenever I want. All right. Fortunately, we've played 3 times now, so Sabertooth is going to get another go. Regenerative factor. He is moving 0. He's not bamming, thankfully. And as long as this card is face up in the storyline, Sabertooth recovers 1 health at the end of his turns. Can't go above his starting health. So, I mean, it's there now, but he hasn't been hit yet. All he's really doing this turn is putting out some more people. Luckily, we plowed the field of thugs because that would have been another overflow. And that would have dealt a damage to the hunted hero, which would have knocked out Forge. All right. Back to Wolverine. We need to start clearing out something else here. So I think I'm getting a movement. I don't really need punches right now. So I think the double wild, it's time for the double wild to come out. and we will use it to put out. Actually, let's move first, and then we'll clear this. Yeah. So that's cleared away. If you may draw cards until you have 3 in your hand. Okay, so he's got 3 in his hand. We cleared this. Forge might just hang out here. It's kind of going to be kind of a wasted turn, but let's see what he's got here. Ooh, this might be good. Pick another location this turn. You may use your blank and blank there. Okay, and I've got wilds. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So he doesn't have to move, and he's not useless. He's getting 2 wilds and a 3rd wild. So I can do 3 wilds anywhere. I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and clear away 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're just going to pick one of these right here. Yeah, because Hangar Bay's got some decent stuff here. All right, so we're going to clear away that one. That gives us another thing here. And since I'm here, I get to draw up to back to 3. So Forge is a little better off now as the hunted. I feel better about where we are now. That was a very rough first turn, but we're good to go. I have faith in us here. We're doing good. That was a great card, actually, paired with the Wolverine card. I'm pretty sure I can use the wilds as, you know, the punches and the stars. All right. We're going to save that till she's the hunted. So let's do this. So she's going to play a movement and a star. She's getting the wild from Forge, so she's going to use her star and his wild to clear this away. So we're now 3 away from that. And then we're going to move here. We can end our turn, and she's going to pick up a punch, because it's going to be all about punching Sabertooth at the end of the day. And we will give that to her. Yeah. Okay. I'm feeling much better about our state of things here. All right, Hunter senses. Move to the location with the hunted hero. That's where he is. All right, so he's going to deal 2 damage to Forge. We cleared away that thing earlier, so that's good. And Forge healed last time. Um, 2 damage to Forge. Goodness gracious. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to give up here. I think we're just going to save the double wild. So he's still alive. Nobody got knocked out. Nothing there to trigger. Forge can just hang out there and heal back up again. So we just need to put out people. Unfortunately, that's going to be an overflow, and that is going to knock out Forge. This overflow of the Hellfire Club is messing us up. Son of a... All right, so overflow, deal 1 damage to the hunted hero. So that's going to take effect. That passes to Jubilee, and the hunted hero is KO'd to give the hunted token to the next hero. Yeah, then we activate our BAM effect. Deal 2 damage to 1 hero. Forge is knocked out. And so it's going to have to be Wolverine is going to take the damage here. Yeah, I got to clear out that location. All right. Not great, not great. And technically we lose if Jubilee gets knocked out now as the hunted hero. Sabertooth wins. So we really need to protect Jubilee. And we need to just finish this now. So back to Wolverine. This 2 damage per turn is just brutal, especially because I couldn't get Wolverine out, his heal regenerating factor. I'm just complaining, guys. Sorry. Just complaining. All right, Wolverine is going to... He's not hunted, so he can end his turn there. He's going to move, and he's going to punch up here. He's also getting another movement and a star. So he's going to punch there, and he's getting a star, so we'll use the star right here, and He's going to use his second movement to come back here. Yeah, I think I like that. He'll draw back up. And yeah, good. Forge is knocked out, so he's going to draw back up to 4, stand himself back up. And he needs to do, he's no longer hunted, so he can end his turn in that location. Yeah, and this seems like a good one. So he's going to move a punch, and we're going to play this, which is going to allow us to clear out this. So his stars count for double this turn. He's got 1, so that'll clear that. And he's got 1 punch. So we have in the same turn. Unfortunately, we did it after our second hero, which means Jubilee's not going to get to put her card out. But, all right. But we cleared these 2 cards. So let me just clean up a little bit here. Put those over there. So Forge, yeah, you may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to defeat 1 henchman in any location. This is not considered clearing a threat, which is fine. Is anybody close to overflowing? I really don't want to give up all my cards. I mean, this is it. This could really, this next card coming out here could really hurt us. We can attack Sabertooth now, but he's just done so much damage so quickly to us. I'm worried about Jubilee. So I'm worried about this location right here. Because if that happens, if Jubilee gets hit, if he, like, say, goes here, and then he overflows here like he did last time, then he'll overflow this one. Yeah, so I think Forge has got to do it. I think he's got to take a hit from somewhere else. This way, I'm hoping that keeps Jubilee from getting knocked out in one fell swoop. Let's see what happens here. Move counterclockwise to the next location with any heroes, and then bam. Okay. Well, all right, counterclockwise, right? No, wait. What did it say? Move counterclockwise to the next location with any heroes. Oh, yeah, I'm going clockwise. I'm going the wrong way. Unfortunately, that's right here. To the next location, so he wouldn't stay with Wolverine. He's going to bam. So he's going to deal 2 damage to Jubilee, which is okay. She still has 1 more health left. We can try and get her back here to heal. And he is, like I thought, he is putting out to here. So that move by Forge saved us. Just so we're clear here. All right. But we're good now. And it is Jubilee's turn. So we're getting a star from Forge, which is not really helpful. And a star from her, which is not helpful. So I've got some options here. I'm going to play this one, Psionic Shields. Basically says ignore the BAM effect. So she is, as the hunted hero, she's kind of going to be free and clear of that double attack that Sabertooth can do. Unfortunately, she's just got a couple of things here. So she's going to clear this guy. Why not? She doesn't have anything else to do with the other star. But she is here, so she can gain another punch token, hopefully to help take out Sabertooth, who has not been hit at all yet. All right. So we don't have any movement. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to do this. So we're going to play Adamantium Claws. We're going to use the wild as a move. And then I'm going to use this movement token here. I've been sitting on this whole time. So that gets us into his spot, and then I can attack twice. But Sabertooth is going to regenerate of his turn, and he's about to go. So wasn't that great. All right. He's moving clockwise to the next location with any heroes. So he's coming over here to Forge. That will knock Forge out. So he's going to bam Forge. Forge gets hit. When a hero without the hunted token gets KO'd, draw another Master Plan card and place it face down. All right. So there we go. And he's putting out some civilians. We're clear there. So 2 here and 2 here. All right, so Forge was knocked out. He's going to stand himself back up again, draw 4 cards, and see what kind of... Oh, and Sabertooth healed 1 because of his regenerative abilities. Pick another location this turn. You may use your blank and blank there. I'm giving him a wild. So yeah. Yeah, I've got a punch, so we might as well here. I don't know what else better to do. I've got a punch, a move, so I can use another, the wild as a punch, and then I've got a movement. I've already got 3 cards in my hand, so I guess moving up here wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. There we go. All right. And now Jubilee. Ignore the direct effects of the next villain, bam, that would affect you. So Jubilee's still safe because that last one did not affect her. She unfortunately needs... She's like on the complete wrong side of the thing here. So we're just going to use these 2. We're going to hop here, punch 2 of these guys, and then hop here, which will allow her to heal back up. But she's still safe from a BAM effect. So that's kind of what we need to do, is just protect her. He is going, move clockwise to the next location with any heroes. That's up to Forge again. So he's going here. This is going to discard all of these guys upon landing. Did I get them all? No. There's nobody adjacent, so we're clear there. He's going to deal 2 damage to Forge. Forge has got 3 cards, so he's okay. I guess we'll pick these 2. And then he wants to put out more people. So that's going to be an overflow. And so Jubilee has to take 1 damage because this is not an overflow effect. This is a... it's an overflow effect, not a BAM effect. All right. But we're good. Yeah. Nothing else extra. Back to Wolverine. So I think we just need to worry about these locations. And so Wolverine's just going to take 1 point of movement here. It would really take too much. If I got all the way up there, I would just do 1. So he can hit for 1, 2, 3, 4. So he'll have taken this guy out before he left. And take all of these guys out. So that overflow effect is what could kill Jubilee. Yeah. All right, back to Forge. He's getting a punch. Pick another location this turn. You may use your things and things there. So not great cards for Forge. He's just going to punch Sabertooth twice. Oh, and Sabertooth forgot to heal last time, so I'll just take one off of him. Sabertooth is going to move to the location with the hunted hero, and then bam, but Jubilee is safe. All right, so I'm going to flip this card over. So I remember now that she's no longer safe from the bam effect, but she does not take 2 damage, and all that's happening here is 2 people on either side, which is going to be an overflow effect, so she is going to have to take 1 damage, but she's just going to hang out here at the mansion to keep healing. It is now her turn. You know what's coming. She's got 1 more of these Psionic Shield cards in her hand, so we're going to play that down here below. She's getting a wild from Forge. Sabertooth should have healed, but she'll use the wild to punch him and the star to go here. And since she's in X manner, she will draw back up to 3. So we're good from bam. We're good from overflow. Back to Wolverine. Wolverine again is on the far side of the world from where he needs to be. So let's do this. He's just going to play a movement. He's going to use his star up here, and then he's going to move down here, and he's going to get a movement token, because that's kind of feel like what we need to chase Sabertooth around the board here. Sabertooth's getting low on cards too here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 0, no bam, regenerative factor, as long as this card is face up in the storyline, so he's healing twice now. Yeah. So he's going to heal up to 2. And he's just putting out some people. So we are overflow again. Overflow luckily only triggers once. So Jubilee's going to have to give up a card. And we'll just give up this one. All right. Back to Forge now. Fortunately, Forge played his best cards. He's got some good ones, though. So he's going to have here. So this is going to give him the 2 movement. He needs to run over here. Then he's going to use the 3rd one to punch Sabertooth. All right, we might be able to do it because I forgot about something I've got sitting in my back pocket here. He's ending his turn, so he's going to get to draw back up to 3. Very helpful location. And then we're going to come to Jubilee here, who does not have much, but she's getting double wilds from Forge. She's got a punch here that she's going to use. That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 on Sabertooth. Thankfully, he came right to her, but I completely forgot I had stored these away. 2 more punch tokens. Bam, bam. We took out Sabertooth. That one had me sweating, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Wolverine normally has... Where's his starting card? We almost came back around to it. He normally has this card right here. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, if you have less than 3 cards in hand at the end of the villain turn, you may draw a card. So that really helps against Sabertooth with Wolverine having the hunted token, because he regenerates every time. But as you can see, there were several turns where Sabertooth did 3 damage to the hunted hero in one fell swoop. He did it to Forge, and he did it to Wolverine. Luckily, Jubilee, though, who I didn't even think about, had her psionic shields, which helped her escape the BAM effects. And I'm pretty sure I'm playing that correctly, because this says, ignore the direct effects of the next villain BAM, that would affect you. It can still affect other heroes. So, very important card that essentially kept her alive and kept us from losing the scenario. But Sabertooth is knocked down. We're going to stop there for this video. Hopefully that gave you guys some insight into the Megaverse campaign and how it works. If you're interested in seeing the rest of the campaign, please let me know in the comment section below. I plan on playing through more of the campaign, and we can certainly keep you up to date on how things are going with that. Otherwise, if this was just helpful to introduce you to where it is and how to work the map, then great. please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a great day.